infrastructure project with a total spend of $1.68 billion. She says the hospital will now include more than 40 extra beds and 9 theatres.
The polls may be neck and neck, but Chris Hipkins has a clear lead in the preferred Prime Minister rankings. A new Talbot Mills poll seen by News Talk ZB shows a continued wide gap between Hipkins and opposition leader Chris Luxon. Political editor Jason Walls has more.
Although Hipkins' popularity has taken a 3-point hit since the last poll, at 36%, he's still well ahead of Luxon. The national leader jumped 1 percentage point to 24, but is still 12 points behind Hipkins. ACT's David Seymour is at 11, and Rawati Waititi and Marama Davidson are both tied at 3%.
Embattled National MP Barbara Kuriga is facing a challenge in the Taranaki King Country seat she's held for almost a decade. Our newsroom's been told Kuriga has a competitor standing in the electorate before the election this year. Here's Chief Political Reporter Aaron Darman.
It's emerged a man called Brian Winter is also seeking the nomination for Taranaki King Country, which is set to be decided next Thursday. Kuriga resigned all her portfolios last year, including agriculture, after revelations of a family dispute with the Ministry for Primary Industries. Nationals won the electorate since its inception in 1996.
In Australia, a male paramedic has died in a Sydney hospital from injuries sustained during a stabbing this morning. Police were called to a McDonald's in Sydney's Campbelltown to find the paramedic with stab wounds. A 21-year-old was arrested at the scene. New South Wales Ambulance Commissioner Dominic Morgan is expected to address media this afternoon. Dog owners are being urged to vaccinate their pets against a dangerous virus. 9 dogs have been euthanised in Christchurch after an outbreak of parvovirus at the council's Bromley Animal Shelter. It will reopen on Monday after locking down on April 3 when a dog found wandering tested positive. Council Animal Services Manager Lionel Bridger warns unvaccinated dogs are at risk.
The parvovirus is extremely contagious and unvaccinated dogs don't recover well from it.
More Kiwis have flown the coop in latest migration statistics. Provisional data from Stats NZ shows there was a net loss of 17,300 New Zealand citizens for the year to the end of February. But that was more than offset by a net gain of 69,300 foreigners, with migration levels now back up to pre-pandemic levels. Massey University sociologist Paul Spoonley says the numbers are unsurprising.
There is a sort of pent-up demand to go and do our OE, which is a traditional pattern, and we're actually reverting to what we've seen historically.
The News Talk ZB Sport. Former NRL star Jared Hayne is a free man no more. Hayne, who was out on conditional bail after being convicted of sexually assaulting a woman, has now been put behind bars after having his bail revoked. There were dramatic scenes at the New South Wales Supreme Court today, Hayne and his wife bursting into tears as he was handcuffed and led away. The Director of Public Prosecutions successfully overturned the 35-year-old's bail, which had been granted so he could sort his affairs out before being sentenced on May 8. Moana Pacifica will make history in this afternoon's Super Rugby Pacific outing in Samoa. Usually Auckland-based, the side play their first ever competitive home game in Apia, hosting the Reds in around an hour's time. Queensland coach and former All Black Brad Thorne is wary over how the crowd might boost Moana, who are yet to win a game this season. But Thorne says they boast plenty of lethal ball runners.
They're not afraid to play footy from anywhere on the park and make them a real danger, a real threat. You have to be on your guard, up for the physical battle, but also the willingness to play footy.
Kick-off at 4:05, live commentary on Gold Sport and iHeartRadio. Super Rugby coverage with NZ Safety Blackwoods taking care of business. The New Zealand men's cricket team are promising to play aggressively in their upcoming white ball series against Pakistan. The understrength Black Caps have had limited preparation for the 10-match tour, which starts overnight in Lahore with the first of 5 T20s. Skipper Tom Latham says they'll be striving to maintain momentum from recent series wins over Sri Lanka at home.
Guys have been aggressive, guys have been looking to take wickets, and we've been put under pressure a little bit at times, but I think the way we've been able to respond with bat and ball has been really pleasing, so hopefully we'll be able to take those learnings from the home summer and take it into this series.
The game starts at 4. News Talk ZB's international cricket coverage with generalfinance.co.nz. Check their credit rating and deposit rates. I'm Richard Wayne. That's News Talk ZB News and Sport with Cheryl Witch from Wet and Forget. The revolutionary no-scrub shower cleaner. It's 3:05. Tyler Adams is next.
Sport with John Ryan Funeral Directors, continuing a family tradition since 1881. News Talk ZB Christchurch. Time saver traffic.
Winter's coming at Tekapo Springs. Ice rink opens this month. To Papanui Road, it is picked up northbound. A slow run from Heaton Street through to Main North Road. Main North is heavy from Papanui through to Sawyers Arms Road. Riccarton Road is a heavy run westbound between Deans Ave and Matapo Street. Clarence Street is slow in both directions between Riccarton and Blenheim Road. Relax, unwind and create memories. Tekapo Springs Hot Pools Magical Winter Wonderland. That's traffic.
Weather with Ryman, the measure of retirement living.
Weather Watch 24/7. The Met Service forecast for Christchurch for the rest of Friday, cloudy with the chance of some drizzle until evening. Easterly breezes down to a low of 9 degrees tonight. Tomorrow, mainly cloudy with the chance of a shower in the morning, but then fine spells developing. Northeasterlies will become fresh in the afternoon. Tomorrow's forecast high 16 degrees, back down to 9 tomorrow night. Sunday will be a fine day with northeasterly breezes and a high of 18. Fine again on Monday with northeasterlies and a forecast high of 20. And looking ahead to Tuesday next week, a cloudy day, southwesterlies developing at a forecast high of 19.
Keeping you entertained, informed, challenged. It's News Talk ZB Afternoons.
Good afternoon, Tyler Adams sitting in for Cyan James. They'll be back just after Anzac Day. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday on the home stretch for me. Now, we were going to have a chat about Matthew McConaughey and DNA tests, but we might get to that a little bit later on. But something that's just been put in front of me, I would love to chat about. Auckland Rod Stewart and Sydney Laufer show. Woman complains after being seated beside a 4-month-old baby. So as we know, Sir Rod Stewart and Cyndi Laufer's New Zealand concerts have received rave reviews, but one concert goer claimed her night was wrecked due to one unexpected crowd member. Speaking to News Talk ZB's own Marcus Lush, the woman, known only as Mel, revealed she was less than impressed with her when her April 9 concert experience was ruined by a couple who took their 4-month-old baby along. Explaining how she and her friends ended up having 8 to 10 seats front row between 4 of them, meaning they could dance around and spread out. She said their fun soon came to an end when the couple and their baby arrived and took their allocated seats in between the couples. At first, the baby was well behaved and had earmuffs on so the music wouldn't harm her. However, Mel claimed that soon changed. He, the baby's father, went to move the earmuffs off the little girl's ears. She obviously heard the sound and screamed at the top of her lungs, and they just sat there and didn't do anything. Mel added, it was one of those moments where it's like, seriously, do you really need to be here with your 4-month-old baby? The woman noted the couple eventually got up and she assumed they had left the concert entirely, but she later saw them in the washroom before they returned to their seats again. Mel went on to say she and her friends were dancing around while the couple and the baby were away from their seats, but as soon as they were back, Mel, a mother of 4 herself, said the group of friends respectfully chose not to dance around or make as much noise once the couple were back, as they didn't want to upset the baby. So a spokesperson for Live Nation, who were the promoters of this particular concert, told the Herald the concert was an all-ages concert. Current Ticketmaster requirements state that age restriction policies vary for every event. Some events allow babies to attend for free, however they must be with a parent or guardian, while other events require all patrons, regardless of age, to hold a ticket. Goes on to say, while there is no medical advice against taking babies or young children to concerts, it's different for every child and is best to consult your doctor first. So what do you reckon? Should babies be allowed at rock concerts? I think bringing an infant to a concert like Rod Stewart is idiotic. Of course it's going to be loud, and if you take the earmuffs off the baby, they're going to get upset by the noise. Or am I being too judgmental here? Parents need a night out every now and again. What age is too young to take to a concert? In my eyes, anything less than 5 years old to a rock concert is crazy. 0800 80 1080 is the number to call on this, because this isn't the Wiggles, is it? This is Sir Rock and Rod. It's going to be loud. It's going to be bright. It's going to be crazy. You want to have a wee dance around. Taking an infant to a rock concert seems a little bit crazy. But keen to get your thoughts on this one. 0800 80 1080 is the number to call, or you can text through to 9292. Have you been at a concert where there has been a very young child, maybe not an infant, but maybe a primary school child who didn't like the concert and made a fuss? Give me a call. It is 3:10. We'll get to some of your phone calls very shortly.
Mouldy walls? Talk to HRV about economy-saving deals on now. HRV.
For a drier, warmer, healthier home.
South Island Forklifts. Buy, sell and service forklifts. Simple as that. Good thing this isn't a long ad.
siforklifts.co.nz.
Hi, this is Andrew Steele from Harcourt's Grenadier. Thinking of selling your property in an ever-changing market? There are 10 things you need to do to get the best possible outcome and unconditional sale. Firstly, call me, Andrew Steele. Then I'll take care of the other 9 for you. So contact me today to discuss your real estate needs. It'll be the best call you make. I'm Andrew Steele, Harcourt's Grenadier, licensed REA 2008.
When it comes to roof restoration, most companies don't have the guts to back themselves, but the Kofa guys do. Their roof restorations come with a 12-year warranty thanks to the quality products and coating systems they use and the expertise they bring to every job. In reality, they know your roof will perform a lot longer than 12 years. Find out more. Visit kofiroofs.co.nz.
Call the Ko-Fi guys. Call the Ko-Fi guys.
Breathe easy with the experts in creating comfort. The heat pump people. No matter if you're building a new home or replacing existing equipment, the heat pump people can heat or cool an individual space or create complete home comfort, including ventilation solutions, meaning an end to those weepy windows. And you'll breathe easy with Daikin's built-in purification, Wi-Fi connectivity and zone control. The heat pump people. Creating comfort. See theheatpumppeople.co.nz.
Saturday afternoon, it's the Weekend Collector's One Roof radio show with Conroy Removals, celebrating 50 years and always moving with the times. With property market trends, leading insights and more, it's the One Roof radio show with Conroy Removals, Saturday from 4 on News Talk ZB.
All your sporting needs on your home of sport.
This weekend on Weekend Sport, we examine the explosion in popularity of basketball in New Zealand and keep an eye on weekend 1 of the NBA playoffs. Super Rugby top of the table clash, Hurricanes Chiefs, Duplessis Karifi and Bring Gatlin with us. Jazz Tavanga out of the Warriors ahead of their game against the Cowboys. And 1998 Football World Cup winner Christian Karambur as well.
Weekend Sport with Jason Pine. Saturday and Sunday 12 to 3 only on News Talk ZB.
Well, the texts have come in thick and fast. We're talking about infants at concerts. This is on the back of a caller to Mark's show who goes by the name of Mel. She was less than impressed with her April 9 concert experience for Rock and Rod Stewart after it was tainted, she says, by a couple who took their 4-month-old baby along. So is it okay to take an infant to a rock concert? And if not an infant, how young is too young? I think any child under the age of 5, you'd be crazy to take them to a rock concert. But keen to get your thoughts on this. 0800 80 1080 is the number to call. Shannon, how are you? Hey, Shannon.
Oh, hello. Sorry. Hi, how you going?
Yeah, good. What do you reckon about taking children to concerts, rock concerts?
I think it's a bit of a dumb idea, really. And I think that group of people who Mel or whatever her name is, I wouldn't have stopped dancing and carrying on when they brought the baby back. I'd have carried on. If they want to be inconsiderate enough to take their 4 months old, yeah, you know, I just think that's totally selfish and inconsiderate of them, quite frankly.
Have you ever been...
People who are at a concert, they're going to be noisy, they're going to be bopping around, they're going to be, you know, yahooing and carrying on.
Have you ever been at a concert with very young children that rubbed you up the wrong way?
Sheesh. Not a concert. So going back years, I could have gone to speak orders and thought, bugger off kids. But then I was a no child person anyway.
I do wonder how young is too young, because, you know, a Rod Stewart concert, it's loud, it's bright, it's full noise, but it's not, you know, it's not an R18 concert for a reason, because it's a lot of the music, you'd argue, could be pretty family friendly. Well, some of them actually. But, you know, I think For